Welcome to Celestial Guidance. I'm Sinta Danu. I'm a professional psychic and astrologer who has been studying for over 15 years and who's been doing it professionally for over the last 8 years. So today we are going to be going over the last quarter moon that happens on the 26th of August. It's going to be next Monday. And this quarter moon will have an effect from the 26th of August until about the 2nd of September. So I'm going to do a general astrology reading looking at the chart for this new moon, and I'm going to go over that real quick and just talk about how this is really affecting everyone as a whole, what's kind of the point of this new moon, etc. Before I get started, I do have a lot of stuff coming up, so I definitely suggest you check out the website at sintadanu.com. I'll have the links in the comments and the description because there's a lot coming up. I'm doing several free classes. So I have about 4 free classes coming up. This first one is about astrology for spiritual growth and manifestation. So I'm doing this class approximately 4 times. I'm doing it once at Celebration. I'm doing it once at the Broom Circle. And it's also the same talk that I do at Body, Mind, Spirit for both Colorado Springs and Denver. All of this information I'm going to put on the website. I'm going to also have this on the Facebook group as well. So this is a really great class to go through the planets. It's a free class. You go through the planets and how to which planets to lean into to embody certain things and manifest certain things into your life, as well as how each one of these you want to lean into it in a different way based on the element. Then I also have the Healing the Healer class that I'm doing as like a pre-class to the Chiron's Journey program. So that's something to check out if you're interested in the shadow, working with shadow work, narcissistic programming, things of that nature, and kind of what are those things? So that's going to be the Healing the Healers class. So if you do come from a traumatic background, especially if you were raised or in deep relationship with narcissists, I definitely suggest taking the Healing the Healer class. So that one is also free. That one is at the Broom Circle. That one isn't until October 12th though. These other classes are going to be over the course of the next month into October. So definitely check out the classes. There's several free classes. It's a great way to learn astrology just to kind of start and see if it's something you'd be interested in learning, as well as, maybe learning more about healing yourself, especially if you are a healer or spiritual practitioner. Outside of that, of course, I am doing the Astrology Basics course. I am going to be doing the next one. That next setup for this course is going to be on October 10th. And that's going to be 6 Zoom classes where we're over Zoom and I teach you about all the basics about astrology. You'll be able to read an astrology chart, a birth chart, by the end of this 6-week course. And that we're also, of course, the Chiron's Journey program is coming up. This one is starting in November. It's going to be November 14th. So if you have ever had trouble with processing your emotions and processing your trauma, this class is designed to help you kind of process your feelings, as well as to identify negative programming from narcissists in your life that has made you self-sabotage. So that's another really interesting course that we're doing, as well as I am going to be doing more advanced courses after the Astrology Basics course and after the Chiron course in January, starting I believe January 9th, I'm doing the Stellar Insights course, which is on the 7 essential chart types. So I am going to have all of this on the website soon. All of this is going to be able to be found on my Facebook page as well. So definitely check out the website. There's a lot coming. Plus I have a lot of times where I'm going to be reading. If you go to Celebration, I'm there once or twice a month usually. So I've got dates there. I'm also going to be at several fairs coming up, including Body, Mind, Spirit, Colorado Springs, Body, Mind, Spirit, Denver in September, as well as I am going to be at the Harvest Moon Market for Crocs Art as well. And of course, again, I'm going to put this all up on the website very soon. A lot of reading dates are coming up, and these reader dates are really special because they're at a discounted price. They're cheaper than you would get over, say, Zoom with me. So definitely check those out when you get the chance. But I'll put a lot of links in the description and, and in the comments. But yeah, definitely check those out. Tons of free classes coming up, tons of reader days coming up. Lots of chances to get a reading in person, which is pretty rare because I'm only in person at a metaphysical store about every couple times every month. So with event season coming, though, plenty of chance to see me in person, especially at these fairs. And I'm signed up for several fairs all through the next 3 months. So, and I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, free classes, paid courses on astrology as well, and of course reader days, which are at a discounted rate. So definitely check out all the stuff. There's so much coming up. I'm going to be super busy this next 3 months. Now, that's all my spiel about everything that's going on. So we have the new moon in Virgo. Okay, so new moons, this is when you start new projects. This is when you set intentions. This is where you're planting a seed, right, of what you want to grow and mature over the coming month. It's really great because this is on the 2nd of September. So this can be perfectly aligned with any goals that you're setting for September in general. Now, Virgo is all about health, daily life, the daily grind, your day-to-day routine, your health and your habits. So this is a really good time to, maybe revisit some New Year's resolutions around health. Do you want to exercise more? Do you want to eat better? These are things to consider during this time period. We had the quarter moon recently. Okay, so it was Monday the 26th. We had a quarter moon. And during this phase, we're in a phase of like, what do we need to let go in order to prepare for this Virgo new moon that's coming up? What do we need to release? For me, it's social media. I've been spending way too much time on social media, and for my mental and physical health, I'm spending less time on social media outside of business, of course, because I'm on here all the time for business reasons. But I'm trying to cut down on my scrolling. But yeah, cutting down on scrolling, things like that. So it's, what is it you need to let go, right? What is it you need to work on? What intentions do you want to set around your health? Like, I'm thinking about like a lot of things in relation to health, honestly. Eating better, exercising more. And these are the kind of themes you need to be thinking about: health, daily life, habits, the practicality of situations, being very analytical. Now, this is going to change depending on what house it falls in for you. For people in Colorado in general, this is in the 6th house, which is all those same things, because this house is traditionally ruled by Virgo. So this is very health oriented for most people who live in Colorado. But it's also going to be different for each person based on your birth chart. That's why I suggest you bring your birth charts to the celestial guidance sessions, because you want to see where this new moon is going to fall in your own birth chart. And of course, if you need a free birth chart, that's also going to be in the comments in the description. There'll be a link to get a free birth chart. Now, outside of this, we do have this moon is opposite Saturn. So there's a lot of restriction around this new moon, a lot of need for discipline, a lot of need for compromise with the new moon being opposite Saturn. And this is all about like spiritual responsibility, karma, and just being really like aligned on your spiritual path. There's a lot about that with Saturn going through Pisces, because we are really being called to accept responsibility for our lives, especially on a spiritual and karmic level. Now, this is also making a T-square to Jupiter. So all of this is also supposed to inspire growth. It's creating a lot of tension on Jupiter in Gemini. Now, it is kind of wide, so you might not feel it super strongly, but this is definitely a time where you can grow and evolve and learn things, maybe have some short distance travel. But there's also some limitations and responsibilities that may be getting in the way with this new moon. So take into consideration, what is it you want to build over the long term? What are the limitations in relation to your health, mental and physical health? And how do you work with that? Of course, we also have this beautiful new energy with Venus moving into Libra. So Libra is relationships, beauty. It's ruled by Venus. So Venus is at home in Libra. It likes to be in Libra. It is, however, conjunct the South Node and Black Moon Lilith. So this is a time where karmic relationships might pop up. So if you have any kind of toxic ex come back during this time, don't engage with them, because this is just some past life karmic nonsense, especially with Black Moon Lilith here, because it's that very rebellious, dark feminine energy. So there definitely could be some toxicity with this and the need to rebel in regards to things being fair. So if someone does come back, that could be kind of an issue that comes up, is feeling like things weren't fair or things aren't fair in your relationship or in your previous relationship, etc. So it is beautiful that Venus is in Libra, but this conjunction to the South Node and Black Moon Lilith means there's some karmic stuff coming up with this. So just be a little bit careful if anyone comes out of the woodwork during this time, especially because even though by this point Mercury has gone direct, it is still in its post shadow. All retrogrades have a tendency to bring up things from the past, including relationships. Definitely likely with this. It's also a time where you could meet someone that you've had a past life with, especially a romantic past life with, particularly one that might have been kind of dark or toxic in some way, potentially, or very powerful and freeing. Really depends. So, of course, use your discernment when meeting new people during this time. But overall, you really should be focusing on health. That should be the focus for this month, is focusing on your own health, your own well-being, what's practical, being analytical, being detail-oriented, making sure that what you're doing is meaningful and makes sense and like is logical and grounded during this time with this setup. But also a great time for growth and being more disciplined with our health and learning new skills. So that's overall what's happening with the new moon. For anyone who doesn't know, we're doing the 10 planets tomorrow on the 29th. So it's a little too late to sign up for the 10 planets class if you haven't already. But if you are interested for signing up for future classes, we do have the class on the aspects next Thursday. So if you haven't signed up for the Astrology Basics course, but you would like to take the course on the aspects, you can sign up for it. You just pay on PayPal and I'll email you the email that you use for PayPal and everything. But yeah, so there's that. And of course, the Astrology Basics course is coming up again. So if you didn't get a chance to buy the bundle to take all 6 classes to learn how to read charts, it's starting on October 10th, and I will be putting the link to sign up for that. But yeah, and that's my spiel for today. So I'm gonna get out of here. Bye.